Hello, guys. We are going to be talking about reviews today. Thank you for coming into the Guiding Lights Small Business Podcast. And one thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to share with you guys about reviews and how they can impact your business. We're going to talk a lot about home service businesses. These are our plumbers, HVAC guys, things like that. But this could also apply to just about any business. So I don't want to lose anybody. Okay. So if you do have any questions, definitely let us know. And we'll be able to get to those as soon as we see them. Okay. So reviews for your business. One thing is that there is a statistic out there that says that over 60% of a buying decision is based on reviews. But the hardest thing on the planet is to get reviews. It seems like people want to talk about your business when they have a negative experience. And it's very hard to get people to talk about it when they have a more positive experience. So what we want to talk about today is how to get more of those positive experience reviews and some things that you can do inside your business to help incorporate more of that in there. Our first tip is to definitely make it part of your process. If you're trying to do this like after the fact or whatever, it's going to slip through the cracks. You're not going to do it. And honestly, reviews help not only people make buying decisions, but Google has also come out and says the sentiment of your business, meaning positive experiences with your customers, are some of the things that they take into consideration whenever they are doing ranking one business over another. So if you have a more positive, like more 5-star reviews, more 4-star reviews than your competitor, then they're probably going to show you over your competitor. Okay. So that's one thing to keep in mind to kind of motivate you maybe. But let's look at making it part of your process. You go in, let's use a plumber, for example, okay? You get a call from somebody that has a stopped up drain or whatever. You go in, you do the service, okay? Most often you hand them a bill, you get payment right then, I hope. You're doing all of this and then you leave, okay? That's the normal. Hey, thank you for your business. Really appreciate you, calling us. And then you leave and that's it. The best time to ask for the review is right then whenever you are at that particular location. So after you provided the service, definitely go in and just say, hey, if you are happy with our service, do you mind leaving me a review? Never make it about the business. Always make it about you as an individual. A lot of people connect with you because you were in their home, you provided the service, things like that. So you always want to ask for the review at the time of service. Hey, Jamie, glad you could make it in. If you have any questions, let me know. The thing about it is that if you make it part of that process, great. Now, after you leave, let's say they've committed. Okay, they say, yes, I'm going to go ahead and leave you a review. Say, great. Well, is it easier for you on Google or Facebook? Just ask them and say, oh, well, I leave Google reviews all the time. Say, okay, great. Then you leave. Make a note of it on how to send them that review request. Now, some people do this in an email. Some people do it in text. There are third-party apps out there that you can get to where at the end of the day, you upload all of your service jobs that you did that day. And then it will automatically send out emails or text or however you prefer for those people to be contacted. And it makes it easy for them because it's like, hey, thank you very much for allowing us to provide the service for you. Is there, here's how you can easily leave us a review. It gives them the Google link. It also gives them the Facebook link. Okay, so that way, even if they said Google, you're still providing that alternative way that they can leave you a review. Okay, so that's one of the big things you want to do is make it easy, make it part of your process, ask it as a favor, and people will be more prone to do that. Now, the other side of reviews is Google's looking for consistent reviews. So you have to, again, make it part of the process, but make sure that you're doing it on every single service call, and make sure that you have the follow through, whether you're doing it yourself or you're using that third party system. Now, what happens if you get negative reviews? Well, let's back up just a little bit. Before you start really going out there and reaching for reviews, you really have to look at your processes. Okay. One, is it to where you have good customer service in place? Do you have clear billing? Are you communicating well with your customers? What is it? How can things fall through the cracks that would promote a negative review? Perhaps it's one of your guys that's going out doing the service or whatever. Maybe he sucks at talking to people. That's something that you would need to address and maybe work with him to either allow somebody else to go with him that has a little bit more of a essence about them, that could, talk to the customers, deal with the customers while they're doing the work. That could be one thing you could do. But if you look at your processes and make sure that you have all of that covered before you start asking for reviews, because what will happen is if you don't have those things in place first, and then you start asking for reviews, you're going to get 1-star, 2-star, 3-star reviews, and those don't look very good for your business. So let's also look at if you've had maybe negative reviews in the past. A lot of people, they avoid confrontation. They don't want to deal with those 1-star reviews. A lot of business owners, we take it personally. You didn't like our service. Oh my God, what did I do? I did the best I could for you. You were da 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 da. Well, you can't do that, because one is the review is not just for that particular person. The review is also for the people that will come after them and read the review. It's more important, if you do have a 1-star review, that you portray to people that come back and they see that later, you cared about that review, that you were willing to do something about it. So if you do get a bad review, or if you've had a bad review in the past, there's different ways that you can handle it. One, if you have just a customer that was just a pain in the tail, and we all have had those, and that's great, but you still have to handle it in a good way. So let's say you have one of those, just kind of say, hi, John, sorry you had a bad experience with us. Customer service is one of the top priorities that we have. Your feedback is very much appreciated. We have made note, and this allows us to make changes in the future. If you would give us a call, we will make it worth your while to give us a try again. So that way we can prove to you that we have put these things into place. That's one thing that you can do. Another thing is that if it's like a billing issue or something like that, definitely address those, but take that conversation offline as soon as you possibly can. So you're going to reach out to that person, and let's say it's John again. Hi, John. I'm sorry, maybe there was a miscommunication. If you could give our office a call, ask for Jenny or whoever, but make sure Jenny knows that this person's calling and that there's a problem. And then have them call the office and actually work out those issues. Oftentimes, if you do it this way, that person will go back and change their review, especially if you ask them and they're now happy where they weren't happy before. You don't want to leave those negative reviews on there if you can possibly change those, okay? So that's one thing to keep in mind, that if you handle the negative reviews, one, it could make you look positive because of the fact that you're addressing those, but then those people can also go back and change the review and then say, hey, had a problem with billing. They called me. They were awesome. We walked through it. Now I understand the bill a little bit better. And it was no problem. Okay. So there's a lot of things that you can do on that front. Now, consistently collecting reviews is not easy. It's something that you're going to have to incorporate throughout your entire organization. So you as the business owner probably want to say, hey, go out there, get reviews, get reviews, get reviews. But yet your guys don't want to ask. They're scared that they're going to be told, hey, I wasn't really happy or whatever. You have to make them do this. So it's something that has to be push through your organization, and it has to be embraced by all. So one thing you can do is tell your service guys, hey, if you don't mind, mention my name during the review, and maybe it could even be kudos, just to the service tech that gets the most reviews that month. It could be, hey, they get a plaque, they get a notice on social media, whatever, that they were the best tech for the month or whatever. Make it fun for them rather than making it so humdrum, you got to do this type of thing. And that will make it to where it'll be a lot better for your service techs to embrace those reviews and wanting to get those. So these are just the little tips about reviews. We put together a checklist here recently. It is geared towards our home service businesses, but if you have any questions about reviews, I want you to reach out to me. To get to the review checklist, definitely go to our website. We recently did a post. It was about the marketing metrics that matter for home service businesses. If you scroll down about 3/4 of the way, you'll see where we're talking about reviews a little bit, but you'll be able to get the checklist there. It's not gated or anything like that, so you can just download the checklist and it's yours. So if you have any questions, definitely let us know. Follow us on YouTube, Stitcher, all those kind of cool places. And we'll also be posting this on our website. So definitely have any questions, send them our way. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much, Jamie. It was good to see you. I'm glad you could visit. I need to have you on the show one time for sure. She's probably typing. But yeah, if you have any topics or anything like that you'd like to share on the show, do send me either a Facebook message or an email, Rochelle@lighthousewebdesigns.com, and we'll be happy to get those on. And the big thing that we want to address are the challenges that you may be having in your business. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.